So someone asked how I do my Puyo imports to Unity. So I'm gonna go down a quick step-by-step phase I do for everything. This is in no way a proper tutorial or anything. It's just how I get it all done. Probably not the best way, but it works in the end. So let me show how I do this. First off, I can't find it exactly where I found this, but I'll link it in a Dropbox of a zip of the character models and stuff from Puyo Chronicles. I again forget where I found this. I had it on my computer for a while for planning one day. And so I'll just have to send it to show how I get it all done. So I'll just zip file and send it on Discord or something. We'll find out. And then after that, you get the models, and then you're gonna have to go to Ohana 3DS. It's a ripping tool. It's not modding. It just rips it's just able to rip the models from the game, which is all we need to. And then after you get Ohana, you'll just get the latest version from here. You're gonna have to. I'll link this as well. Puyo Tools by again the people at Puyo Nexus, which are wonderful people. I've not spoken to them before, but their stuff is always very top quality. So just get the latest version of Puyo Tools, the zip file right here, which I have actually open right here. Just we'll open this up because we're gonna start here. So we're get Puyo Tools, extract. This is where things get pretty basic and fast. You extract compressed archives and decompress extracted files. Add file. I'm gonna do Clug today because I really like Clug, but I don't know how I'm gonna get his book to work. But we might have to skip the book. We'll find out. But so you just go down and go to clug.narth and you open that and run it, and it should instantly have a file in the Puyo Chronicles tag. It'll be right here at extracted files. You then open Ohana Rebirth. Again, I'm sorry, this is no way professional. It's just how I been doing this, and they've been working, so it works. So you hit File, Open, and then there's Clug. There he is. Oh, geez, his glasses are gonna be tough. So we'll figure that out with the glasses. As you can see, here's what he looks like. You go, then you just click the models tag, export, do Clug as OBJ, and then his textures. Okay, so they have a separate thing for Strange Clug. So here's that, and then here's just Clug. So again, I don't think I'll be able to get the book to work with VRchat because the arms constantly move, and Strange Clug would be kind of throwing around in a book, so that we'll have to skip that. So I exported. Again, it's real fast. It's you hit export, and then you send it to wherever you're going. I just throw them to desktop, and then I have a file stay on a empty folder on standby for them. For example, Clug's right here. I just throw the OBJ right down there, and accidentally went to Ohana. And then here's his body. We'll put it in there too. And that's when we're done with there for now. I'll just show you what his book looks like because we might need it later on. So do again, extract, decompress. It'd be Clug book. I just want to show what it looks like because I don't know if it'll work, but I'll show you what could be. Oh my. It's just, yeah, the book's open too, so we won't be able to import that into Blender without proper stuff, and I am not that, so we'll skip the book out. I'm sorry. I would love to have the book. And now that we have that done, you go into Blender. Alright, sorry. First, you're gonna need Blender. Just go get Blender real fast. Just go download it. And then you hit import, and it was OBJ. Go to where you have it saved. And then here's Clug OBJ, import. And there's Clug. And here's the problem with I've seen a lot of people talk about with the Puyo models is it loads every emote at once. Thankfully, it's very easy to fix that with Blender because you can just get rid of everything. So over here on this side will be the emotes, and you just start deleting them all except certain ones. So I deleted his angry one. DEF is their default, so you get rid of everything else. Actually, for him, I think I'm gonna be doing some messing around. So let's see what happens. Okay, the crying one we can get rid of. I think these right here are for the glasses. You know, the highlights. So I'll just delete that because I don't think we'll need that. Because here's his eyes. And so we're going to get rid of all these because all we need is default. You can choose your own emotes you want to keep on. Like I like to keep the blushes on them. But again, you can do whatever you want. And for hands, I seem to think, let's see which one's the best. Quickly, you're just going to go into object mode and see which one is like the most hand. Let's see. Delete that one, delete that one. I think pause the one I always go with. Yeah, pause the one that works best with what I'm going to do next. You just keep deleting all these pieces, or else it's because it becomes that weird mesh. And here's for mouth. And so mouth A, mouth, all that's going. We're keeping default. That's the only one we keep, unless you want to do something else. But you can't see what they look like in here, so it's a bit of trial and error if you want to pick a different emote. I'm actually trying to figure out how to make his glasses work better. Sorry about that. These are things get kind of weird because you gotta find things. Part of body? No. Not there. I think Clug. Again, this is just me trying. I never did this one before because I've only done the other two so far. We're just gonna keep going, and if that gets all weird in Unity, we'll just come back and fix some stuff. Then his hat and all that are good. So we're pretty much good here now that we cleaned everything up. You just gotta get rid of all that other stuff because it blended all together and there's just too much going on. So we'll do as OBJ again, and we'll put that in the file. So there's a Clug OBJ here already, so you just export OBJ. We're going to get rid of that one for the next phase. Okay, let's... No, I don't want to save it, honestly, because I don't know if I did it right. And then Clug's over here. So we got his model, and we get rid of the K Clug now that we're done. So we club empty OBJ. And then we're going to actually make the Clug file a zip for the next phase. Because as I'm aware, I don't think the Puyo models have rigs. So we're going to go to Mixamo. I'll link this as well. It's a quick way to give a rig to a model. As you see, I was working on Satan before, but his wings were giving trouble, so I had to put that one on hold. And then, now that we did that, we go to the downloads again, or wherever you have the zip file saved to. And then you quickly throw it in there. This is a free way just to get a rig onto him. All trial and error, as someone else pointed out when doing these. Because there's just so much that could not work. And I just reloaded him from the last session because I was just here. And then, so it looked like it was thinking that was connected. As you can see, the tiny pieces right there. So I'm just going to quickly zoom in. Oh, yeah, just so you know, if you never used Blender before, if you don't have a middle click, you use Alt and left click to move or turn, and then you hit Alt and Shift to that. I think there's actually a setting for it. It's in the user preference right here. There should be a real fast click to I believe it's input, and it'll be emulate player character. It's very complicated stuff. I'm sorry. Doing all this is a pain. I believe it's in 3D. Yeah, right up here. Press that. Just hit emulate third mouse button. It's the easiest way to do it, I think. Okay. Back to where I was. We're going to quickly edit this model. And we're going to go into wireframe. Edit mode. And we're going to quickly just move the pieces away so they're not touching. Because that's what it seems to think's happening. Move it a little bit more. Then go into solid mode, make sure nothing's going through each other. Okay. That should be fine now. Again, this is all trial and error, so we're going to have to do this again. If not, oh, that's good perspective. Okay. And then we're going to export as a OBJ again. And we're going to replace the last one. That was a mistake on my part. We're going to save this now because God knows if I'll mess up again. And then now we're going to start doing the what we did before. Actually, no, we got to fix the zip file again. So get rid of that zip file and do it again. This is because this is how we can accept all the textures and stuff, because you don't want to lose any of that when we rig up the model. So now we're going to move Clug back in, and let's see if that works this time. Okay, it looks like it's separated now, so we should be good. Quickly add everything back to where they were. Make his little wrist a bit there because you don't want this to like mess up his sleeves. And again, if you don't want to do all this yourself, I'll just figure out a way to put the ones I have available already done and see if they're good enough. Because I know some people just want them and not do all this because this part's tedious. So I'll just give you all that if I can figure out how to get them to work. Some of them are picky about that, so I'll have to see. Like Onion Pixie, I don't even know if it works. We're gonna find out later because VR chat's down right now. So now we're just gonna hopefully hope this works now. Oh, there we go. Oh wait, his hand. Yeah, like I thought. I gotta fix his sleeve location. It worked. His fingers are moving, so they looks like they do have them. So we're good, I think, for now. Looks like there's a weird. Oh no, it's just the glasses. Okay, so then we'll download the character, FBX and T-pose. So Clug FBX is now downloaded. So things required to do VRchat editing. If you want more in-depth VRchat explanations, I would recommend this video by Tupper. He uses MMD models, but it really works for anything. So basically, you're going to need to get Cube Shader. This is a good shader that works with Puyo models, I noticed. It works for all models of this, but it really makes the colors look nice. So just download this. And then you're going to need to go do the VRchat website. Just vrchat.net. Download the SDC. I uploaded this in the actually first I'll show you example. Quickly we're going to put in the import package of the shader I just showed you. It'd be the cube shader right here. And it's going to decompress it and add it in. So all this, import that, and it's going to quickly load. Then for VRchat, basically, you just go here, download that, make an account. You're going to need that to if you want to use any of these models in VRchat, you're going to have to make an account. Download the SDK, which is what I'm about to implement in a moment. Okay, so Clug's done now, so we can close him. It's importing all the assets of the shader I just showed you. And then we're going to put in the SDK so you can connect it to your VRchat and add the special things required. So now we create a folder, name it Clug, make another folder inside that one, textures. And then we bring on in the Clug we just made, wherever you have it. I believe I put it in my downloads. Yep, Clug FBX. You can see my attempts before. This is a tedious process. Material. Put this little circle between Audibet, or whatever, Audivo. There we go. Make the cube flat tune. And then we're going to drag Clug in to see how it looks. So here's Clug. Looking pretty good after my past mistakes. And then we're going to go to this. Make it cut out. Crank it down to like none. Get rid of all the shading. Put tinted at white. And then you make it 1. Oh, actually that looks real bad. So let's do 0. I think because how small he is, we'll come back to this. I'm going to size Clug up now, and if I go into VRchat and I'm a giant, then we know why. So create a 3D object, 1.4, 1. Or I've seen even 0 work. 0. Yeah, that works. So this is the average character height. Let's get Clug to that height. Or at least small, a little bit smaller, because Puyo chibis look kind of weird when they're not their usual height. So we're gonna just shrink them down a little. Ping pong ball that's somewhere now. There it is. Looks like, okay, so 56 and 08 seem to be the best for that. Right over here. Oh yeah, then attach the blueprint. I always hear that's the best way to help it. Okay, that looks well on him. Let's get rid of that giant cube now. And then let's see if that worked. Oh, I gotta fix it. Spine is incorrect. Okay. So go to Clug. This is usually pretty basic. Okay, yeah. Automatic changes. So just quickly. This is something about the spine, right? Make that spine, chest spine 2, and then spine 1. I like to make this one. I think the pieces need to connect for it to process it. So apply that. Done. And then, where'd he go again? I lost my boy. There he is. Should be good. It's gonna say it's shorter than you want it to be, but since we're not really, again, if you don't want to do all this stuff that I just went through, I might figure out a way to upload them so you can just do the final phase of just putting in the camera screen, and then you're good. So I'll just see if I can do that so other people can have an easier time. And then you change that so the camera can see the picture of him. Plug. Strange, isn't it?